Guys, so we'll wait 2 more minutes and we'll start class. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, guys. So what we discussed in the previous class. So we discussed about the what is Git GitHub. Okay. Git GitHub and so that who modified, when modified, what modified, why modified. Git client branch. What is a branch? What is a local repository, remote repository, source code. So source code management tool array, version control system. Okay. So what is SVN? What is DVCS? What is CCS? CVCS? So something like what is a push pull? Right? We discussed yesterday these many things. So okay. So today we'll discuss about the environment setup. What is that? Environment setup. So what is that? Environment setup. So how to set up the, so how to something like one is register and login GitHub account. Okay. So how to log in the GitHub account, guys? So GitHub account we can use https colon double slash github.com. What is that? Github.com. This is the website you guys can log in. And the second step is create a create one new or empty repository on GitHub. On GitHub repository. On GitHub repository. So what is that? For example, so what is that, guys? BST tester. So this is the public repository. I will create as a public repository. We'll create as a public repository. Then click on the symbol, enter any name, and create repository. Okay. So how you can create the repository, how you can log into the GitHub account, will show you guys. What is that? HTTPS colon double slash github.com. Okay, this is the GitHub and HTTPS colon double slash gitlab. So this is the GitLab page, HTTPS colon double slash bitbucket bitbucket dot. Okay, so you can create the account. So you can create the account in the GitHub. So what this is, guys? This is sign out. Sign out. Yeah. So this is the GitLab and this is the Bitbucket. So you guys can create a free trial account, guys. You guys can So free trial account on all these environments. Okay, you guys get the filter account on all these environments and so create the repository and clone the repository. So everything is same, guys. If you know the GitHub, so GitHub, it will be very easy for GitLab and Bitbucket. Same, guys. I will show it in the GitHub. You guys can practice it in the GitLab and GitHub. Okay. Yeah. So sign up the GitHub account. How to sign up the GitHub account? So you need a email address. You need a email address, the password and the username. Okay. So and we will continue. So you need to create a
So Hari, Gmail should work over here, right?
which one?
Gmail account should work.
Yeah. Gmail account only. I'm trying to create another Gmail account. Gmail.com. Add another account. Create a new account. First name Hare Krishna. Next. Guys, one second. I will. You already know, right, how to create the Gmail account. Just give me a second, guys. I will create the account and then we'll start the installation. So month. Mm-hmm. Okay. GIT. Hare Krishna DurgaSoft gmail.com. Yeah, password. Password I'm giving, guys. Okay. Then I'm creating the new Gmail account, guys. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Hari.
Recovery skip as of now. Next. Yeah. Agree.
Sir, is your screen sharing, sir? We are able to see only one.
Yeah. This is the screen sharing. Actually, I'm
Oh,
creating my Gmail account for signing
okay,
up
okay.
the
Okay, sir.
GitHub.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Understood?
Yeah, got it, sir. Got it.
Yeah. Yes, guys. Got the email address. Yeah. So how to sign up the GitHub account, guys. So https:// GitHub github. Okay. So what you guys can do, just sign up. So click the sign up button. Then email. So what is the email? So Harikrishna Durgasoft at gmail.com. The password is you guys can give your own password. Then the name Durga Soft. DurgaSoft 285. Yeah, DurgaSoft 285 is available, guys. So yeah. So what you guys can give email address, password, username. What is the username? DurgaSoft 285. Okay. So then continue. View puzzle. What is this, guys? Match this. Oh, yeah. Need to pick up the ball. Huh? Yeah, this one. Yeah. So that code is sent to the account. Yeah. So what is this? This is the code. Okay. So what is the username, guys? Username is DurgaSoft 285. Right. The password. Yes. So this is the password. Yeah. So now you understood how to create a GitHub account, guys. Guys, understood how to create the GitHub account?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yes.
Yes. So how to create the, so get a free trial, right? You just give the email address, password, the same thing, or you can use the GitHub account. GitLab Durgasoft 285 authorized to Git auth authorization. Verification code sent to this email address. Yeah, I got the verification code. Yeah, you guys can create your own, guys, or else you can use the GitHub as a authentication, or you can create it. So verification is up here. You can refresh the page. So the
Either
role
we
you
can
need to
use
select.
GitHub or GitLab, any of them, right?
Yes, yes, any of them. So we have a GitLab, GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket. So in my previous company, I used Bitbucket. So in my current company, I'm using GitLab. So previously, I used GitHub. Okay, these three are the same ones.
Same only. Okay.
Yeah, if you learn any one of the GitHub or GitLab or Bitbucket, so these all are the same, similar to same.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
So DevOps engineer, please. You want to explore GitLab, see both the switching on to a different region. Why are you signing optional? So who will be using this Git trial? Just me. Continue. Durgasoft region India. Your telephone number is optional. This field. Durgasoft company name. Durgasoft. You see, this is the GitLab. So this is the GitLab. What is the project? Durgasoft 285 project. Or if you want, you can change it. So right, if you see, create, yeah. So if you see something like here, manage, plan, code. So here you see. So repositories, branches, commits, tags, repository graphs, snippets. So this is the merge request. Okay. So the code, in the code we have all these options. So build, you can build the pipeline. You can just CI/CD. This is the CI/CD. Okay. So deploy. These are the deploys, operate, monitor, analyze. Everything will be taken care by the GitLab CI/CD. Okay, the Bitbucket. Bitbucket also you can create a get it for free. So you log in as a Google. What is that? Durga.
So what is it? Atlassian, sir?
Atlassian, you know the Jira, right?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay.
Jira, who developed the Jira? Atlassian. The
Okay.
same Atlassian company developed the Bitbucket.
Okay.
GitHub, who developed the GitHub? GitHub was developed by the Microsoft. Some other guy, but it acquired by the Microsoft. Now GitHub is handled by the Microsoft.
Microsoft. Okay.
So yeah. So Bitbucket is handled by the
Atlas.
So yeah. Bitbucket is handled by the Atlassian company. Atlassian company. So what is the Gmail guys? I forgot. Hare Krishna. DURGASOFT at Gmail. Yeah. So this is the next password. Provide the password. Mm, okay. Continue. Sign in with a different account. Then name your sign. Tags and work email. No credit card required. Why guys? Mm, something is wrong. Hey, we already created the account, right? At least bitbucket.com. Sign in. Yeah, bitbucket. Sign in. Again, it is going to accept all. And bitbucket. Right now. Cloud for free now. Yes, we'll show you tomorrow. Okay. So don't waste the time. Yeah, same way. So the whatever the AI says, same way you can guys. So this is my account, guys. So profile. So this is the profile. Okay. So you guys, if you want to change your profile settings, you guys can change it. And hey guys, your repositories and your projects and so that GitHub sign out. You guys can sign out. Okay. So this is the. I need to go to the settings, GitHub website, try in repositories, projects. So okay. Yeah, so this is the repository, guys. So this is your GitHub account. So you want to create a repository. How you can create the repository? Click the create a repository. So the repository name is something like BSP test, something like, or DurgaSoft test, BSP test. Okay. So this repository is a public repository or a private repository. So if it is a company owned, so they will create as a private repository. So but as of now, I'm giving as a public, and so these all are the so options, something like a readme file. So add readme file, initialize the readme file, and create a repository. Okay. So what is the repository created? You created the BSC test is the repository. So this repository, as of now, this repository is the MG repository, and this repository does not contain any files, So I want to clone this repository. Right? If you go to the clone, yeah, you see, so something like how to clone this GitHub repository. So either HTTPS or a SSH. So most of the people are using HTTPS only. Copy this repository and so you understood. So how to create the repository, how to clone the repository to your local GitHub, right? So first you need to install the GitHub. How to install the GitHub? First I want to control. Yeah, control panel. I have already installed the GitHub, guys. So I want to remove the GitHub. So programs and features, Git, uninstall. Yes.
So, repository
Yeah.
is the folder basically, right?
Sorry.
Repository means it's a folder where we can input our projects. Correct.
Yes, yes, yes. It's a folder. It's a folder only.
Folder. Okay. Right.
Yeah, I will show you. I will clone that folder.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, I will
So
show
now
you
you're
something.
installing Git application, right?
Yes, yes. Now
Then
installing the Git client.
Git
So
client.
whatever we showed right yesterday. So the Git client will be installing on my local because of I need to connect with the Git remote repository. How you can connect the Git remote repository? So if you need to install the Git client on your local, then only we can communicate with the
Git
GitHub
remote
repository or
repository.
remote
Yes.
repository.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, right?
Yes.
Git client install. Git client installation. So Git client. So if you install the Git client, right, it will. We need to install the Git bash also. How you can communicate with through the Git remote to Git client through the Git bash only. Okay, through the Git bash only. I will show you. Control panel. Okay, remove everything. Yes. So how you can install the GitHub, guys? So Git in our local Git download. So if you click the Git download,
Git
so
client.
go to
Okay.
yeah.
Git down.
So in this, you guys just click the copy link address. So this is the website to download, guys, for the Windows. Okay. Just click. If you click it, it will automatically showing something like a Git Windows for 64 x64 setup. So you guys just click it. It will download, guys. So if it is in the Linux, you just how to install the Linux. So it will show you guys how to install it in the Linux. So something like m install git. Just so it is a CentOS or Fedora. You just Amazon Linux. You just m install git only. Okay. So this is the git. You need to download it and you need to install it. Okay. Is it downloaded? Yeah. Just double click that. Yeah. Will app is very slow. Don't know exactly. Guys, 1 second. It will. Yeah. So once you double whatever the downloaded, right? Once you double click, it will ask something like just install. Yes. Next. So next, install.
So this is the .exe setup file, right?
Yes. This is the .exe setup file for the Windows. So if it is a
Okay.
Linux,
Got
you
it.
need
Got
to
it.
yeah. This is the .exe format.
Mm.
So yesterday we already discussed it, right? What is a branch, guys? So what is a branch? What is a repository? Yesterday we discussed already. So remote repository, GitHub contains a code connected to all the dev missions, right? So local repository, developer mission contains the code at .git folder. Okay. So a default branch for every repository is main branch. The difference. So what is a branch? So maintain a separate code for code base for applications like a development branch, production branch, UAT branch, stage, that hotfix, etc. Okay, I will show you the branch. So once you created the repository, right, a default branch will be created. That branch is main branch. That branch is main branch. I will show you that one. Yeah, guys, this is so you guys can know this one. Yeah. So you guys can know. So the local repository, remote repository. So for the first time, so how you can clone from remote to local. So something like you can use the git clone command. So what is that command, guys? So git clone command. Yes, no, I will not restart. Yeah. So once the git is installed, guys, once the git is installed, a git bash also installed. What is that? Git bash.
Git bad. Okay.
Yeah. So how you can communicate with the remote repository through Git bash only because of
This is
who
Git bad.
developed the Git developed the Linux, Git developed as a CLI. Okay, so that's the reason how you can access the Git. So we can access the Git as a bash. So but Windows having the PowerShell, we need a bash. So how we will get the bash? So we will get the bash by using Git bash. If you install the Git, it will automatically install the Git bash also. Okay.
Hmm.
So git commands will work on bash prompt only, something like born again shell prompt only. So that's the reason we are using the git bash to communicate with the remote repositories. Git, okay, the git commands. Understood? So pwd where you are, cd desktop. Yeah, I will create a without directory. Yeah, git clone. What is that? I want to clone the remote repository. What is that, guys? I want to clone the remote repository. So what is that repository name, repository URL? So this is the HTTPS GitHub DurgaSoft 285. So the what is the repository name? BSP test. What is the repository name? BSP test. Git clone. For the first time, we are getting the we are getting that folder, the repository from remote to local. You can use the git clone command. Okay. So you appear to have cloned an empty repository. You cloned the empty repository. cd bsp. What is, guys? BSP test. Yeah, you see. You see. So what it contains? It contains a branch or cd mkdir text. What this is a text folder. cd text. So once you go to the text, once you change directly to the text, so a main is coming or not? Not coming. So this is a normal normal repository. This is the local repository. A local repository contains the branch also. Okay. cd dot dot slash bsp test. Okay. Now it see this is the a repository. How you can recognize this is a repository? ls-la, you will see the .git folder. If the .git folder is there, then only it will be a repository. Otherwise, it will not repository. Why it is? So what are the .git? What are the files are in the .git? A .git contains the head, config, description, hooks, info, objects, reference. These all are related to the a Git repository. These all are the repositories. So for example, if you ls. So one second, guys.
Sir, what we will have in the .git, sir?
Yeah, in the .git, so there is a hooks that whatever the repository, right? The repository having some files, that files that git having some files. So that files will be located under the .git. Otherwise, I will show you.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So yes, it is started on. Yeah. Okay. So now, so what is ls hyphen la? Ls hyphen la is nothing but a list of hidden files. Git is the hidden file. So let's remove the git. rm hyphen rf git. Okay, you see. So before it is main, it is showing the main, something like the repository, that Git contains repositories, right, and branches. So all the Git related files will be available under the .git. If I remove the .git, so now BSP test is a normal directory. BSP test is a normal directory. If you want to initialize as a Git directory, you can use Git init. Yeah, now you see BSP text master. So once you initialize the Git, it will create the .git. A .git contains the all the Git related files. Okay. Now it is a empty repository. What this is? This is a empty repository. Windows credentials. So I have already have some credentials. I need to remove that credentials. So Git credentials. Um, GitHub, right? Yeah, I'm removing everything. Guys, so yesterday I already told you, right? So who modified the change? What modifications are done? So how you can give the user that email address and passwords. So that is a something like we need to provide so very first time we need to provide the username and the email address, the username and email address for tracking the who is committing the changes, who is adding the changes, who is committing, who is modifying. So we how do you know? So we need to set up the email address and username. So something like so git config hyphen global user, we need to set the global username dot email, something like Durga soft at the rate gmail.com. So the global email address is durgasoft.com. The global username is Hari Sar. Okay, global user name. Okay, now you will so whatever the changes you are done in the Git, it will be tracking. So if you give the global username and email, so it will be tracking. It will be tracking. Understood?
Sir, why this information giving to GitHub, sir?
Yeah, GitHub because of so you joined yesterday or no? Who is
Oh, sir, to Srinivas, sir, today only, sir.
today only? Yes, Srinivas. Yeah, for this purpose.
Hmm.
Yeah. So all the developers can be connected to the project repository to store all the source code. For example, Srinivas, Hari, Suraj, these guys are connected to the that repository and made some changes, right? So
Hmm.
how do you know who made changes, who modified, when modified, what modified, why modified? Srinivas?
Okay.
So we don't know, right? So
Yes,
for
sir.
that purpose, for the tracking purpose, so we
Hmm.
will provide the global username and email. So
Okay.
then who is committing the code, who is merging the code, who
Okay.
created the merge request, everything will see.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Now, so you set up the global username and email address. So yeah, so we need to create a file. For example, what file we need to create? So yeah, git. branch. So you are in the which branch, guys? Master branch. So before it is the main. Okay. CD dot guys. I will remove this RM hyphen RF BSP test, right? Git clone CD BSP test. Okay. So now Git status. So what is the Git status, guys? So something like Git status is nothing but on the branch main, no commit set, nothing to be committed. So nothing to be committed. Git branch. So what are the branch? That is the only one branch, right? That's not showing. I will create the branch, then I will show you. So now we are in the main branch, right? Git status. So Git status. So nothing is there. So nothing is there. I am creating a file called as the touch hurry.txt. What is that, guys? So I created the file. I created the file. So where you created the file? You created the file in the working directory. What that file is? That file is hurry.txt. That hurry.txt is that local repository knows that hurry.txt. No, hurry.txt is not know the local repository. So when it will know, so once you add to from working directory to staging area. So how you can push from working directory to staging area by using the git add command. So once it is staging area, right? So now these files are untracked files. These files are not tracked by the local repository. So before git status, so no branch main, no commit at, nothing to be commit. Now let's see git status. You see what is untracked file. So git does not recognizes the hurry.txt. Git does not recognizes the hurry.txt. How it will be recognized? So it will be go from so staging area, untracked to track means staging area. So from the staging area to local repository by using git commit command. So how you can how you can send the how you can transfer how you can move the how you can pull the from working directory to staging area by using git add hurry.txt. So it will be tracked. So git add hurry.txt. Now git status. You see, Git is tracked. There is no untracked file. There is a new file. Changes to be committed. Need to commit the change. How you can commit Git commit hyphen m. Hyphen m is nothing but a commit message. What we committed. Something like a text file. So what is the commit message? So if the commit message is see something like Srinivas or Suraj is saying something like, oh, this is a text file. So that will be pushed by the hurry. Okay. So now you understood that based on the commit message. Okay. So what is that hurry.txt? If you are if you are not giving, it will automatically take up. So you see, so git commit hyphen m text file. So main root commit text file, one file is changed, zero instruction, zero deletions, create a mode, hurry.txt. Now let's check the git status. What is that? Git status. You see, on main branch, your branch is based on origin main, but the upstream is gone. So nothing to be commit, not working tree is clean. So it will be now the local repository is recognized that hurry.txt. Now local repository is recognized hurry.txt. Okay. Git git status. So nothing is there. Git git log. So what is the git log? Yeah, so this is the commit ID. Whenever you commit the any file, right? So it will be created the commit ID, and so author, who is the author, and when it was, and what is the commit message. Srinivas, now you understood. So why you give the email address and username for, so for the tracking purpose. So who committed the that Hari.txt? Who is Hari sir committed the that Hari.txt? Okay. So git log hyphen hyphen one line. You see, so it will display the only the commit ID and the commit message. So if you use the one line, it will display the only one line, right? So now,
What is the
git,
one line meaning, sir?
so one line meaning is nothing but a, so yeah, so if you want to revert the changes, you can use this commit ID. You can use the commit ID and you can revert the changes. So this is the commit ID. If you see, so how much this is a very big commit ID, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
how we can revert this commit? You can revert this commit by using this commit ID. Okay.
అంటే వన్ లైన్ మీనింగ్ అంటే ఏం సార్? ఒక లైన్ లో రావాలి ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్.
So it will display the only one line. So here how many lines?
4 lines.
Yeah, it will display
One line.
only one line.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So you already know. So now you're in the main branch, and so in the local repository we have a one. So we have a one file is in git local repo, right? So ls, so we have a hari.txt, but in our remote repository, so that hari file is there, hari.txt is there, not there. I want to push from your local to remote. I want to push from your local to remote. So how you can push git remote -v. So what is git remote -v? So git remote -v, it will be showing the remote repository, the remote repository. So how you can push git push origin main. So you want to push it to the origin main. Yeah. So it is asking the signing, so browser, the sign in with your browser, or something like sign in with your code. So I want to take in the token because of so in the application. So in the application, most of the people are in the application. In the application, they are using the token to communicate with the GitHub. Okay. Profile, status, repository, organization, repository, try, future settings. If you click the settings, so if you go to, you want to create a something like you want to change the passwordless authentication, password and authentication. Okay, SSH. I already told you, right? You can connect through HTTPS or SSH. You can connect. So in the developer settings, go to the developer settings and personal access tokens and tokens classic. So generate a new token. So generate a new token. Token name is DURGASOFT. That token expiration will be no expiration. So this is public repository and generate the token. Generate the token. Yeah, this is the token, guys. You guys can copy this token and keep it in somewhere. Okay. So this is the token. Yeah. So you can connect with this. How you can connect with this GitHub account? So you can connect with this GitHub account through token. Okay.
We can also create our own token instead of copying this.
Huh?
We can also create our own token by going into settings and
Yeah, the classic token. We created our own token only, right?
yeah. No, you said we can copy this token and keep it for login. So
Yes. Because of so we can generate only one time, right? You guys can copy this somewhere else. This token.
okay.
Okay.
Sir, that git remote -v, the ఇది local, sir.
Yeah.
GitHub
Yeah.
version.
Git remote -v, it will show the what is the remote repository you have.
Remote repository.
This is the remote repository, right? GitHub.com. So we created the BSP test.dsp.
Yes, sir.
Yes, right?
Hmm.
The requested reactor will give token. Permission to DurgaSoft to BSP test is denied to DurgaSoft 285. Where? Settings. Shit, right. Need to copy some ones. So before it is different, we think it is changed. Developer settings. Classic tokens. Generate a new token. Token. DurgaSoft 285. Non-expiration. Public repositories read only. Yeah. Non-repositories. Read only. Why read only? Yeah, here repository permissions. Administration. Read and write. Code spaces, code lifecycle, code metadata, commit status, read and write, custom properties, dependent deployments, read and write, discussions issues, merge request, project, pull request, read and write, repository security as well as the variables, executes, log another user, code pilot, email address, events, GPZ, client profiles, okay. Copy. Yeah. Delete. Delete. Copy here.
Maybe if you can put some expiration time like 30 days.
No need to give that. Durga. So it changed the UI. No worries, guys. No expiration. Public repositories, all repositories, only selected repositories, all repositories, permissions, actions, we tried, administration, we tried, reception, code scanning, code spaces, code lifestyle, code metadata, commit status, everything, contents, custom properties, right, dependency, deployments, discussions, environment, issues, merge request, read and write. The pages, pull requests also read and write. Repository advisors, read and write. Variables, groups, permissions, block another user.
Sir, in the above we have some secrets. In the above we have secrets. For
What
that also we need
secrets?
to give any.
This one, huh?
No, sir. Only the keyword secrets I saw somewhere in there.
Let's see. The UA is changed. Before that, we need to delete the repo, enable the repo. So that is, but the UA is changed. Let's see. Maybe this is the issue. Then access it. So profile. So read and write. Generate the token. Generate. Use the token. What is it? We'll give you the another option is like C. So sign in with your browser. Device authentication. No, not this one. Connect from our browser. We'll also get to. We'll try this way, guys. Understood. Delete this one. So generate a new token. Durga. Expiration. No expiration. So here it is showing read-only access. Read-only access to the public repositories. This applies all current future repositories. Your own also repository read-only. Read-only. What is this, guys? Repository access read-only. Email address, flowers, GPJ keys, knowledge base models, plans, private repository invitations, profiles. Yeah. So your new coworker Durga will be ready for the immediately. It will never expire. Fine grained tokens are not classic tokens. Generated classic fine grained or something. Not this one. Classic token classics. Classic. Yes, yes. Note. What is the token for? Token software. So expense. Never expense. Here you see, guys. So repo. Yeah, delete packages. Write packages. Admin. We are providing admin public key. User. Delete repo. This is the one we need to see. Select, guys. So generate a token. Yeah. So this is the token. Now it will work, guys. Token. Yeah, you see?
Yeah.
Now able to?
Yes, yes.
So that is UI is changed, guys. So we pushed this. What is that? Git ls. So hari.txt is in our local repository and check it in the remote repository.
Sir, what is the extra change that we did, sir?
What extra change?
Previously, permission issue 403 we got, right? Restriction.
Because of so the UI is changed. They created two types of authentications. So you see here settings. So go to the developer settings. Here you see personal access tokens are two types. One is fine grained tokens and token classics. I took this token classics. In the token classics, I took the generated new token. So this is the old one, this is the new one. So that's the reason I'm unable to access. This is the old one. So in that old one, we will give the delete repo all the permissions. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Your profile and repositories. So BSP text. Yeah, you see. You see? So something like a text file. What is the commit message? Text file. What is the text we added? Hari.txt. Who merged, guys? Who committed? Hari sir. So what is the commit ID? So this is the commit ID. Okay. So this is the commit ID. So what are the instructions? What are the files? You will see it. So tomorrow what we will create? We will create another branch. I will show you now. Yeah, you see. So how many branches, guys? This is the main branch, right? So this is also a main branch. Okay. So this is the main branch. I want to create a new branch. I want to create a new branch, and so I will not disturb the main. I will create a new branch by using. Okay. So I will create a new branch. So this is a main branch one. I want to create another branch. So right, we can create here. Create a new file, branches. Yep, new branch. I want to create a branch called FEA future example 1, 2, 3. Right, create a new branch. Okay. If you create, if you show this is repository. A repository contains how many branches? So 2 branches. You can clone this branch and you can write the code and you can push it to from your local future to remote future. So once you finish, right, you can create the pull request. So pull request, create a new pull request from here to here. I will show you tomorrow, guys, these things. Okay. And how you can create merge, how you can create the branches here, how you can switch the branch, so how you can use the VS code. We'll show you tomorrow, guys.
So
Okay.
inside main, you have created another branch called feature, right?
Yeah, feature. The developer will not create the code in the main branch because of main branch is the production branch. Our production code will be available in the main branch. So we don't want to disturb the code, main branch code. Okay. You can create your own branch and you can write the code from your own branch and you can push it to that remote future branch and you can create a pull request from a future branch to main branch. So with the help of a reviewer who will review that code, your lead or your manager will review that code. If it is looks good, they will merge it. So once he will merge the code from future branch to main branch, the code will be see it in the main branch.
Got it.
Got it up?
That we'll do tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we'll do tomorrow.
Sir, you will also do that, show the review, how we do the review part, everything, right?
Yeah, we'll show you tomorrow. We'll show you
Okay.
tomorrow the reviewer
Okay.
part and everything.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
We'll get the recordings, right?
Yeah, we'll get the recording. So you can contact with DURGASOFT team.
Fine.
So they will, yeah. I will upload the document, whatever I am writing, right?
Yeah,
I will
please.
upload that document
Yeah.
also.
Because we are not acquainted with the commands, so that's what.
Yeah. So now you understood how you can sync up with your local repository to remote repository.
Yes.
So how you can create the files and how you can push the files. Okay.
Yep.
So for example, Suraj also cloned the same repository and he modified some code and he pushed it to the remote repository. But Hari, that whatever the remote repository files are not added in the local repository, Hari local repository. So how we can add it? We can add it by using the git pull command. Suraj is pushing and Hari is pulling. It will be sync up with the same main.
Okay.
Okay, understood, guys?
Right.
We'll show you tomorrow. No worries.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.